Hello everyone, welcome back to the Wisconsin Greg Show. It's a beautiful day here today in Wisconsin. It's about 66 degrees Fahrenheit. It is a little breezy. We've had a lot of wind lately. But other than that, it's beautiful. The birds are out here chirping like crazy. So I thought I'd show you what I'm doing on the garden this year. I got back to Eden Garden again. This is year 4. Tell you a little bit about how that's going along. Show you some of my plants I got started. They're real little. They won't be getting planted out there for another 2 to 3 weeks probably. So I'll flip this camera around here and show you, and we'll go on from there. Here's my little seeds. I brought them outside today for the first time. Have to get them back in pretty soon. They're not used to being outside. The cabbages I transplanted today and put them into a single cup. I normally don't plant them in cups like this, but I saved all my cups because of the lockdown. I didn't want to run to town to get a special thing to plant them in, and luckily I had potting soil and stuff on hand. I did have a couple bags, or not a couple bags, but a bag and a little bit more than a bag of potatoes that didn't get ate all completely, and they're starting to sprout, so I'm going to plant them. I think they'll do okay. So anyways, we'll get out to the garden and I'll show you what I'm doing out there. Well, this is where I keep my garden, and I just put a new batch of wood chips on it this year. Last year I kind of messed up. I didn't put any on because the following year before that I put on a real thick layer, and I found out that wasn't a good thing to do because the wood chips really break down really fast, and they need to be put on yearly. I also was having a little bit of problems with these weeds. I think they call them creeping Charlies, and they always kept wanting to creep in from the side. So this year I tilled around the outside edge, and it looks really bad now because this is the first time it's been tilled, but I'm going to keep doing it. Let it wait a few days, and then if I see some green, I'll go through it again with the tiller, and I'll just keep going around it with the tiller. That'll keep them from getting in there, I'm hoping. That's my plan anyways. The tank at the end there, I just painted that the other day. It hasn't been painted in 32 years. It lasted a long time. So it should last pretty good. I leave a 6-foot gap between the LP tank and the wood chips because, as some of you have watched, I use the torch in the garden on wet days if there's any little tiny weeds in there, I'll just go over with the torch and I'll burn them right up and kill them. Just a little, and then I'll rake it a little bit with the rake, and that takes care of that. And there's hardly any weed pulling in this garden, and it works very well. I like to use this space at the end down here to plant my radishes, and I'll plant my potatoes in there. I have better luck on the plain dirt with the radishes and potatoes, and also I'll plant my onions down here too. But the rest of my stuff I'll plant in the wood chips. Not sure exactly how many inches are on there. I would guess about 4 inches of wood chips. One year I put on about 7-8 inches maybe, something like that, and it was way too much. By the time you gotta scrape out where the row goes, and it's way too thick, the plants are sitting way down in there. It just made it harder planting. So I found out that you gotta put wood chips on every year, just a thinner layer like this. I'll show you the weeds that I had problems with over here. There's a whole bunch of them under this bush. Those things right there. Those things are a pain. They're not hard to get out of the garden. I could just pull them right out real easy, but I don't want to have to deal with that. There is some sprays that you can spray and stuff to put on your grass and stuff to get rid of that stuff, but I really didn't want to do that near the garden especially. Hopefully this strip of tilling around the outside edge of the garden will keep them back. That's my plan. So anyways, just wanted to check in here today. It's a beautiful day here, 66 degrees. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping, but it's nice here. So we'll catch you all later in the next Wisconsin Greg Show. Have a great day, everyone. Bye now.